All right, let us know when you got it open.
Yep.
All right, I'll try to keep the slides on this time, so we can just have the slides and use that. So first one is explain who your target market would be. So saying ideal client. So it's a bit hard because obviously when you're starting out, you just want to get as many people as you can.
Yeah.
But just for the purposes of, well, sometimes though you do need to sort of probably I'd say after a while you might pivot and then sort of aim a bit more of. So you'll take everyone, but you might maybe just sort of focus a bit more on that group of people because you think you've got more of a chance of getting those type of people, like that. So I put down here, and this is the way you can say this. So I'd write down the ideal client I'll be targeting towards will be. You could probably, I don't know, I'm guessing here, you might say, you might have your mother might have been in the local area and she's got lots of friends, or you might maybe say I might be targeting young footy teams because my partner and business partner and I are both footy players, and we have a strong connection with footy clubs. And if we train 20, Tuesday night at the Coogee Wombats,
Yeah.
You can have a connection there and train sort of those guys like that. Up to you.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
So the needs expectations, talking about like what are your target clients' needs and expectations. So I did an example about if you're targeting females with children, like mums and bubs, the expectations would be they'd have a group of similar interests. They'd have exercises and sessions to suit them. So you wouldn't be doing like big tire flips with them. So their expectation is to have that sort of similarity. They want to have suitable session times. So i.e. like 9:30 sessions, and maybe have some creche options, or babies are allowed at the session, some shit like that. For your sort of teenage needs expectations, I would say probably by targeting younger footy players, the sessions would have to be cost effective, and sort of wants you to say why. So say cost effective.
What do you mean by that? Say.
I'm just thinking like maybe a young kid wouldn't have the money to pay compared to say a rich Bondi wife, maybe stereotyping there.
Yeah.
And just say explain it. Just say because they wouldn't have the money to pay as much.
Yeah.
Even though I will say there is a bit of money in my experience. In junior sport, like sometimes if it means that their child does have a chance of going to higher levels, some parents will invest a bit of money in those sort of 14 to 15 years if there's a chance that I might invest a bit of money in and do some one-on-one sessions if that's going to get him into the Maddie's Cup team maybe. Sort of depends there how you go. I guess the expectation will be, I guess they would, I guess to say the clients would be expecting a session which would be fun, professional, and specific to rugby league. Marketing objectives and strategies. So what will your marketing objectives and strategy be? I'll put down the objectives of the mothers will be to have a group of 10 clients per session. The strategies I believe which will help me achieve this will be a referral program, a free trial. So for you, I'm just guessing here. You probably just say, for example, if we go down this path of say, junior athletes, blah blah. I would think the marketing objective would probably be hitting up the local clubs. So you'd probably just be saying, Just say, as a local junior player, we are fortunate to have a network of, or a good network of contacts in rugby league. I'll be using this network to market or to market to these people, and then i.e., calling up old coaches, putting flyers at local clubhouses, etc. That'll be enough. All right, cool. All right, 4 products and services that you'll offer your target market. So as I said, look, when you're starting out, if you were doing this, you'd probably just be trying to just general fitness, try to get as many people as you can, and then you might start to pivot. But as we said, we've got, if you're doing this thing, so probably one product we'll do would be just say just group outdoor fitness or group outdoor training. And then probably the second one might be I'd just say small. And we'll go back and explain these. So small group PT.
Yep.
And then you might do obviously one-on-one.
Yep.
Personal training. And then for the fourth one, you know what, let's probably break down let's do the one-on-one, do it again, do it for number 4.
Okay.
And then let's put in brackets after the third one, one-on-one PT. Let's just put down, write down rugby league mentoring.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just in my head, I'm just picturing, like, you might have a player, you might run a group, like a 12-week program where you sort of show the players that what the training you've done at the Roosters, and then you're sort of giving them like a 12-week sort of idea about how to do that. Might be a little thing. That might be good.
Yeah.
And then for the one-on-one PT, just write down adults.
Yeah.
All right. Descriptions, I reckon you'll be able to smash those out. So for the group outdoor, just write down how you're going to do it. Is
that just describing it, or how you can actually do it, or?
What do we got? Yeah, it's more about so just talking about describe how the classes, how long they go for.
Oh, okay.
They're sold in session bundles. Again, it's really hard to know because there's a few different ways you could do this. Like you could have just a group outdoor fitness program, and you sign up for weekly classes and you attend different ones, or it could be casual per session. Or you could actually say to if you were doing, say, with a footy club, you might sort of say to them, we'll lock in one session a week for the whole season.
Okay.
For the whole season.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. Just do dot points. Just say group fitness will be varied.
Yeah.
Including, and we'll just sort of put those dot points down. The first one could just be general fitness classes open to everyone. And then next one would be
like scheduled, yeah.
Well, yes, we'll just say specialized sports fitness sessions. We sort of said rugby league, but we'll just say sports fitness. That's probably the main two, really.
Yeah.
Actually, probably after the first one you said, just put in brackets. You said general fitness, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Cost, just say varied.
Yeah.
But then probably put down, just put in brackets like maybe 10 to 15 per person.
Yeah.
So small group PT has been really popular last sort of 10 years. The idea being, if you're in a certain place, if you have 3 or 4 people, because I know as a PT one-on-one, if you often just say, you tell someone, you're doing, 10 squats or whatever, a lot of the time once they're doing the squats, like you just sort of stand there sort of watching them doing the squats.
Yeah.
And they've got to wait for 2 minutes. So if you spend the time to actually give each person a program, so they're still getting the personalized service, but you could do 3, like, you could have them doing their squats, they're doing that, and you can still monitor them.
Yeah.
So they're still getting a personalized program and service, but the money is being split between 3 or 4. But I might still charge them 30 or 40 bucks an hour, which is less than 80 bucks an hour one-on-one, but I'm getting 120. So it's a win-win.
Yeah. That's true.
Small group PT, just write down semi-private sessions where clients receive their own program, but the cost is split. Then you can say for cost, just write down, say $30 to $40 PP. So with the rugby league one, I'm just sort of thinking on the top of my head here. Yeah, you come up with someone like a 10-week.
10 week, once, twice a week or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Just summarize that for us. You can even just sort of say, sessions include, how to lift, how to lift properly, eat properly, and some skills training.
Yeah.
Something like that. There's a guy in the Shire. His name's Justin Lang.
Oh yeah. You
heard of him?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
His business is called Live Athletic. He's actually I don't know if there's a guy called Martin Lang used to play for the Sharks, Penrith.
Yeah,
it's his brother. So I think Justin played a bit of reserve grade and stuff, and so his business I see online. He gets a lot of sort of footy players in and does sort of sessions with them, incorporating stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Would just say 10-week schedule, once, twice a week, and then you just say working on fitness and all that.
Just say teaching them specific skills, lifting and eating habits. So I know, like, probably about 6-7 years ago, little story for you. John Morris, who got sacked a few months ago. He retired and he started playing at the Sharks, and he was finishing off his he was doing a master's of sports coaching at university. And a part of his master's course was he actually had to normally with masters you got to do like a big case study, in the real world. So his masters was done at the Sharks. Like, he was with I think he was originally like the junior academy, coach. 14s and 15s, and then he sort of moved up to SG ball coach, and then 20s and all that. So I remember his project was like they did like a junior part, and Sharks were probably, I think every club does it now, but they're probably one of the first clubs to have like that junior pathway sort of thing going. Because probably about 5-6 years ago, Sharks won the Matthews Cup and the SG ball in the same year. So his actually thing was they actually got a few gun players. It was, I think the first group were Kyle Flanagan, Brayley, Cherry, and they actually got them like when they were 14 or 15. Like they would actually 3 mornings a week. They actually would go down to the Sharks training, even with the first grade, and just sort of join in a little bit. And the idea was to sort of expose them to what are the needs and expectations of a life of an NRL player. So they sort of have that from a young age. They sort of understand what things they need to do. So most of them they made first grade, but a few of them made bad decisions though, didn't they, off the field?
Well, that's true.
Oh, bronze. Last one, just PT. Just write down. Personalized training, depending on the client needs. Just write down probably $80 an hour.
For the cost of the rugby league one, would you just say around that $20-$30?
You know what? You probably would.
Would you bump it up a little bit? Or?
Depends on how you're doing it. So, like, I know Justin Lang does it in groups. So he does like they do it in school terms, so they'll do like a term 2 package, and it'll be done like you might get 3 sessions a week, and it's usually done in groups.
Yeah.
So it depends how you do it. Like if you do like a really intensive, one-on-one, you'd be looking at that price. But I think, you know what? How about you change that one-on-one PT? Just change it to rugby league mentoring. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I'd say it'd be probably done in groups.
Yeah. Righto. Yeah.
All right. Boom. In detail, explain how you would market the above products and services to your target market. So, boom, 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 boom. So, I think we could probably go back to, because we sort of mentioned a few marketing strategies here.
Yeah.
See, back in 2.1, so we sort of mentioned about contacting, former coaches and things like that. So probably put that down for the first one. So marketing strategy would just be contacting. Like, did you play in the local area, for example?
No, I wasn't. I'm from Matt Foster way.
I should know the Roosters. But just say contacting local clubs, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe. So have they got you playing for the Sydney Roosters or Central Coast?
Sydney Roosters. Yeah, Sydney Roosters. Yeah, and then North Sydney as well. Yeah.
So Central Coast is only for Maddies and SG.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then they,
yeah.
What are some other strategies you reckon just to get your name out there? You reckon?
We just say coaches or something? Would you
yeah, local clubs.
Yeah, local clubs. Yeah.
Well, just say number 2, mate. Just say word of mouth / referral. And we'll just talk about because sure, bringing it, going finding local clubs in the area and just asking them about hey, look, we play with the Roosters, we can do this and that. But you'd also utilize your own network. You utilize people, friends, and other people, not just coaches. So you just say word of mouth, and then you might even say to them, bring a friend down for free. So we'll talk about that. Number 2, also number 3. I guess probably just say initial free sessions.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people because it's just your time. You're not really losing much. If you just start off by doing just free sessions. Which you might have to do sometimes just to get started. Initial free sessions period. And in terms of marketing, I guess we'll go with more of a traditional strategy. What have we put down? What do you reckon?
Well, like social media or something, or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So just put down social media, and then we'll expand on the column 2.
Yeah.
How to launch? Just write down finding contact numbers.
Yeah.
Comma. Calling / emailing. Cost is 0, which is good. So the benefits. Probably the first benefit would be just say as a footy player, I've got credibility in the industry.
Yeah.
So just say if I'm coaching, say the under 12s Coogee, I've got a guy who's playing with the Roosters. So I think to myself, well, you know what, I'm just as a dad of 3. I don't really know much about coaching. If I can get if I can just pay $50 a week out of my own pocket, or the club can just pay a little bit of money, I can get someone to come down and run the sessions for me. So
yeah.
if I'm I'm just a dad coaching, I'd rather probably just do that, to be honest. So that's pretty good. Credibility, just say I have credibility in the industry.
Yeah.
How do you know it worked? Yes, just running the sessions, I guess, to start with.
Yeah.
So the reason why I say how you know it worked is because let's just say you spend time, you put out like 1,000 flyers,
Yeah.
With marketing, you want to know if what you're doing or spending money on is actually working.
Working.
So
Okay.
normally when you go to a business, they say to you, oh, how do you find out about us? So that's, you're finding out about, oh, I found you through, if all my new clients say to me, oh, I found out from the post you put down at the local beach, then I'm definitely going to put more posters out, because I know it's working. So how do you find out it worked? For this one, I would probably leave it blank because it's more direct. It's probably doesn't really apply to that. With the word of mouth though, so just say launching would be, I will be utilizing my current network of family and friends.
Yep.
Again, the cost would be zero. Benefits would be, I guess you'd call it like so say I wouldn't need to find new clients. I would be, I wouldn't have to find new clients, comma, I could easily contact these people.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to go out and win someone over. You just simply you've got that rapport relationship already. Again, probably how you know it works probably isn't relevant because it's more direct. So leave that one. Initial free sessions, how to launch. It's not really a marketing thing though. It's more marketing is more like getting out there. Well, just write down running a free outdoor session once a week.
Yeah.
Open to everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Which might, at the start, you might just be only having 2 or 3 people, but you've got to do the times and they'll start bringing some people along and blah blah. So zero cost, and then benefits is to say
they come back or
well, they'd almost feel a little bit I guess in debt, wouldn't they? Because like you're providing them with a free training. So after a while, once they make a habit and routine of every Monday going, if you sort of say to them, hey, look, I'm going to start doing $10 a week, they probably feel like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good. So probably the benefits would be I would be able to build up a rapport. RAPPORT, build up a rapport with the clients. I'll be able to build a rapport with clients, and
how do you spell it? Sorry.
Rapport. RAPPORT.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound how it spells. With the clients, and there is a strong chance they will sign up. And then social media. Just put out all the ways you could do it. Probably do as dot points. Write down. Just write down posts. Sharing on story. Free, just say sort of free giveaway brackets. Like our page, share our story. I guess another one. Tag a mate. Yep. 0 for that. Guess the benefits would be this is an easy, free way of connecting with people, and getting others to also share. Essentially, do the work for you as well. get him to share it. All right, let's just get 2.4 done quickly. Then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Leon only spoke about getting tasks 1 and 2 done, so he hasn't sort of put up any other workshops yet.
Okay.
So as long as you get like these 2 done this week, like Thursday, tomorrow, like he hasn't said to do any other one. So yeah, so that's fine. And then next week they'll probably start again. So you can easily get this done. That's the only work for this week.
Yeah.
Actually, what I might do? I might just go through. Would you prefer if I just go through each question with you?
Yeah.
Just so when you do finish it off in your own time, you'll know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So 2.4 again is just looking at some competitors in the local area. So I put down Fitness First. When they started, roughly the size, just their benefits really, or what's their value, strengths, blah blah blah, and their weaknesses. So that you could probably do it. Like you could do an easy one would be then to do what's another one like F45, blah blah blah. So that's that one. The trends at the bottom there is just talking about. I put down, after researching gyms in my local area, what are you finding are the trends? So are there smaller group training area in the gym? So like you might find that there's heaps of and a typical answer for you would be, the trend I find in eastern suburbs is that because we are surrounded by natural beauty, there is a strong demand for outdoor training, or people prefer training outdoors.
Okay. Yeah.
In groups, not indoor gyms. That's pretty much an answer. That's probably an answer right there for you. 2.5. Again, I've written pretty good steps here for you to follow. So just talking about like a stereotypical, if you had a customer, the process of getting them to sort of the start point when they would potentially hear about you, and then right through the sort of training with you. So you could even write as a flow chart or arrows, like you do step 1, step 2. So in my example here for 2.5, I said step 1, client hears about the company and visits the website. Step 2, the client fills out an inquiry form on the website. Step 3, client's called by the trainer, offered to come down to a free trial, blah, 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 like that. So that's what they're talking about for 2.45. You might maybe make an example of, let's just say, local footy coach sees our flyer at the clubhouse. Yep. Step 2, they call us up, organise a free session, like that.
Yeah, okay.
2.6 is actually a bit more about social media. So we've touched on it already, but I reckon you'll be pretty sweet with that because you're younger than me and you know this better than me. So
yeah,
it's just saying, describe in detail 3 promotional strategies you could use to promote your business on social media. So this would honestly be like, so I've already mentioned the examples here. So Facebook ads, giveaways on Facebook, giveaways on Instagram, like our page, share our story, direct messaging. Hey guys, I've started a business. You like my page, blah, blah. Sharing your page amongst friends. So that one's super easy, I reckon.
Yeah.
2.7 is talking about using the marketing calendar below. That's just an example of like, if you were to do a social media campaign, what would be sort of your hypothetical, like that. So you put down, for example, like maybe every Sunday you could say, the other good thing about weekly plans is often you can just repeat them. So like, with your training, sometimes for me when I write a program, if I write down a client's or an athlete's 10-week training program, I don't have to write much more than 1 week, because often the athletes are like creatures of habit. You often do the same sessions every week. Like Mondays is always you're doing gym sessions, So then every Monday is gym. Every Tuesday
Yeah.
you're doing that like that. So you could almost do something very similar here,
Okay. Yeah.
like that. Just sort of repeat it. Social media posts, they are sort of talking about, like, they did sort of say go to Canva. You can have a little play around with that if you like. Canva is just a free app where you actually it actually gets you to make it like that. It's pretty easy. Or you could just literally do it on your phone and just literally just put the JPEG in.
Yeah.
Or just take a photo and just put it on. That's easy. The last one is just literally, because this is a case study, so they do sort of want you to apply this as real as you can. Ask a friend and family for feedback on your marketing strategy and the post. So again, just make up, if you can, a mock post. Or you know what, I'd probably even just find a fitness example post, you know, in your local area. Like if you just put in like, I'm sure on Instagram, you can probably just do a bit of a search. But you know, often if you see like check-ins, like, you know, Bondi Beach,
Yeah.
like you see someone checked in, you know, you click on it and then it has all the people who've checked in, and normally the top photos are normally girls in the bikinis, but
Yeah.
but do the recent ones and you probably see a few PTs checking in, and just look on their page, just to find a PT page,
Yeah.
and then you might be able to find one of their posts. You know what I mean? And you can sort of either just change that to make it your one, and then you can use that sort of, it just says here, like, you know, write a feedback saying, like, you know, if that was your post, what things would they like personally? What things they wouldn't like? What would be a strength of that post? What would be a weakness? Like that. So, like I said, the easy way of doing that would be just to sort of find a local fitness guy, just so you can use their post.
Yeah.
Which is good research for you, you know, to know what's out there and things like that. So, what's that? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 things to do. All right. So I'll let you go because it's past 2:30 and we start at 12:30. So I better let you go. But yeah, like I said, there's no other stuff scheduled for the week. So as long as you get that done, you'll be up to date.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh.
Stuff, good, mate. Send me a text if you get stuck.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Otherwise, have a good weekend. Don't freeze at Penrith.
Nah, try not to. Yeah.
And I'll catch you later.
Yeah, too easy. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Catch you.